So Astro just posted a video where he went into detail on why he thinks that the A10 is great for granting the mark of distinction, but I'm here to tell you why this isn't actually that good. So the A10, of course, very famous, many people have bought it, myself included. I've totally not bought any other American premium, just ignore the bottom of the screen. And sure, this thing is fine. It's very nightmare-inducing because of how overpowered it used to be. You know, playing 10.3 in the flameless flame was impossible back in the day. But now, the A10 is kinda mid. Especially at grinding marks of distinction. I want to pull up something for you here. So here we have my battles. Ignore all the Israel, okay? If we go down to just America, there. Okay, so I played, let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games with the A10. Here's defeat, 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 victory, defeat. That is one thing, is that you're gonna lose a lot with the A10. But this is my best game. The first game. Or I think it was the best game. So I got 3 aircraft and 7 ground kills, which of course isn't exactly what he went into detail about. You know, he said like, oh, just take head-ons, but mainly focus on ground pounding, use your AGMs, and so that's what I did. I took out 6 ground targets with the missiles, the AGMs, and then I also managed to get 1 more with my gun. And then I killed 3 people and just got completely murked by several jets. And if I remember correctly, I got about 4,000 score for this game. And then, you know, a very high amount of SL. Not that much RP because of the whole research penalty thing, though. After that, Spain. This time I only got ground targets, this time being 20. And that time I only got 1,000 score. So a game where I got 3 kills and 7 ground targets, I got 4,000. The game where I got 20 ground targets and no air kills, I just got 1,000. So I feel like this shows that just only shooting ground targets isn't gonna do much. You also see in the bottom with the SL, very low. I don't think I had... Oh yeah, okay, I did have a booster here. That's probably why I have a bit more SL than usual. But it's only 150%. It's not like 500%. It's not that much. And so, generally, I just wouldn't get kills at all, and I wouldn't give that much score. I gave up on the A10 after 6 games, which is half of what he claimed he needed. He, if I remember correctly, said he spent 12 games to get all 40k. I played 6 games to get like 14k-ish, which is when I switched to Israel, and got the pretty much rest of the distinction, like 20k. So all of this works for him. I'm here to tell you that you have to get kind of lucky. Because most games, I would fly in, there'd be like at least 3 or 4 other A10s who also watched Astro, which completely ruined my experiment, right? I'm trying to test this, not to grind myself, because I'm just gonna use Vicky Fair anyway, but just to see how good it is. But other people just take Astro's word for it and do it anyway, which I would say is pretty bad. And so I couldn't really just get to the ground targets because 1, there were other A10s competing with me, and 2, he just kind of didn't have the same experience as me because he claimed that small maps are bad and that you just kind of have to, you know, fly in after your team has fought the enemy team in the furball. But in my experience, I would fly to the battlefield only on small maps like Spain that I showed earlier. That was small Spain, where I got 20 ground kills. Right here. You see, only 20 ground kills. And then the other games I got barely any, right? And these are big maps, like relatively speaking. Moscow is like decently big. Rocky Pillars is decently big. Falklands is kind of big. Same with Kamchatka and Vietnam. But Spain, the smallest one, I got the most ground targets. So either he just kind of lied, or his experience is different from mine. Doesn't matter. Another thing is the fact that you are literally A10. For 3 years, I want to say, people have constantly, like many people, Defin included, have just said that, oh, the A10's not that good, it's super slow, you're just gonna be killed by really fast fighter booming and zooming. And that's exactly what happened. I got boomed and zoomed constantly because I can flare missiles pretty easily. I never died to a missile, but I'm so incredibly slow that you're just gonna get gunned. You're just gonna get shot at, and Sure, the A10 is survivable in real life. It can, fly with just with half a wing missing, with one engine missing, and I believe with one of these rudders missing as well. But in game, you can't. Okay, it doesn't work like that, and it's just terrible at air combat. The only people who are gonna die to you are people who are just stupid, generally stupid. Because if I go back to this game, the three people who I had on had no idea I was using stealth belt, so they would fly forward and like, hey, I'm trying to head on this A10, why is he pulling off? And then they would explode because I shot with stealth belts. But after that, none of them fell for it. I like sure this guy. I don't think I had on this guy. I think I just shot him while he was stalling. Um, and honestly, it's just not the greatest, okay? Because ground targets, sure, you can stack up a lot of ground targets, but as I mentioned previously, I only got 1,000 score for 20 kills, and that was 1,000 after the multipliers of rank 6 and ARB, which is only 50% extra, if that's how I calculate it, as I'm looking at it right now. And honestly, it's just not the best. The best strategy is actually just to go for kills, because that is just the fastest method, which is why I want to direct you a different direction to Vicky Faircanard. Okay, this thing is awesome. As you can see by my battles, I've been just playing this over and over, and you see, most of the time I get victories, right? There's only 1, 2, 3 defeats here, and it's super easy, because it's really fast. It has 2 fairly decent missiles, and you can kind of pick whatever. Wherever you want, the 9G or the 9D, both are fine. They both work. Just not the Chauffeur 2, because that is an AIM-9B, I believe, just slightly faster. And, this is the loadout you want to use, because, yeah, you want to go for kills, but you also want to bomb, because that's really easy in Vicky Faircanard. Since you're not sacrificing anything, like, you still reach your top speed, so you're not sacrificing speed, you're not sacrificing any missiles, and you're not sacrificing positioning either, because you're just so fast. You go Mach 1.2 at the deck, your positioning is gonna be fine, okay? So this thing is the ultimate grinder, and it's, I think €10 more expensive. I don't remember the exact price of the A10, but it's pretty much the same price. The sales are coming soon, I think, and the Faircanard is pretty much always on sale. The A10 is actually recently kind of rarely on sales, so don't buy the A10. Don't play the higher BR A10s for this. Just play something like the Faircanard or the F5C, or any of the F5 variants actually. Don't play things like the TAF or the Tornado, because, oh hey, TAF has 6 missiles. That's 4 more than the Kiefer Canard, and it's really fast, and it has napalm. Isn't that better? No, it's not. It's not better. It can't get any kills anymore. And for the Tornado, it's just much slower, so you're rarely gonna get a base. So that's why I want to present to you. Don't play the A10. Don't buy it. Just get the Kiefer Canard instead. Or play something in the tech tree that you find that is fun. For reference, or not reference really, but something else is that right here you have the F4EJ, which is, by the way, you can have 4 Vulcans. 4 Vulcans you can have. And that's pretty much just A10, but you have actual speed. Additionally, you can also use Mighty Mouse rockets to get bases. That is a choice you can do, especially this loadout here, that I've never tried, but it should be good in theory, because of the bombs and the rocket pods, not rocket pods, gun pods. And as you can see, Mach 1, 4 guns, right? A10, 700 kilometers per hour, which is less than the Mach counter. Like, the Mach counter doesn't show for the A10 at all. And you get 4 guns, okay? I would rather have 4 guns with, like, 4,000 ammo than 1 gun with 1,000 ammo. It does not matter that these are Vulcans and the A10 has Gao 8, because this is just better if you want to do the whole ground pounding strategy. And the thing is, this thing can also stay fast, so you don't die all the time. Anyway, yeah, I got this one crates. I feel so special. Anyway, Kiefer Canard, best thing. Okay, it's super easy. It's super brain dead. You don't have to be good. Now, I'm not here to try to diss Astro, I'm not here to be mean. I want to tell you not to listen to that one specific video because it's not good advice, okay? He is pretty good most of the time, you know, I do watch him, but when he said this, I feel like he's just wrong. You shouldn't listen to him in this case.